Let's look at simultaneous equations. So we're still doing sequences and series, and the way that we use simultaneous equations is by using the formula or whatever in sequences and series. So let's do example 26a. What I need you to know when it comes to this is, okay, let's read the question. The question says that an arithmetic sequence, the third term is 13. So I'm going to take that and say, okay, according to this, my first piece of information is this is arithmetic, right? So term 3 equals 13. Third term is 13. The next thing they tell me is that the eighth term is 38. Term 8 is 38. Now the question is asking me, what are the first three terms? Okay, so they are saying if your sequence is this, semicolon this, semicolon this, what are those? Okay, so this is term 1, term 2, and term 3. They're asking us to fill that in. We already know that term 3 is 13. I had hoped that was pink. It's red. Okay, that's fine. Do you remember the TN formula for an arithmetic sequence? According to the arithmetic sequence, term n is equal to a plus bracket n minus 1 times d. That means that term 30 or term 3 is equal to, now remember I don't like double equals, but okay, I'll do a double equal. A plus bracket 3 minus 1 times d, whereas the green one will be a plus bracket 8 minus 1 times d, and this 3 and this 8 are that 3 and that 8. So the first thing we do is we're going to substitute n into the formula. Based on this, I want you to see that there are two unknown values, right? A is the same in both because it's term 1, that's A, and A we don't know, but also D we don't know. D is the same in both of them as well. So how do we solve this? We are going to take each formula one at a time and solve. So let's do the orange one. We're going to say A is not equal to, A plus, now that 3 minus 1 is 2, right? So that's 2 times d. Is that okay? Can we say A plus 2d is equal to 13? That's the orange one. And we name this one equation A. Then we can take the next one. I don't really want to use green, but okay. Can we use blue for this one? Because I use green for something else, right? So let's do that one. And we're going to say here, A plus 8 minus 1 is 7. So 7d equals 38. We name this one B. Now, let's subtract. So you want to subtract one from the other. Normally, it's easier to subtract the big one from the small. Okay, let's write the big one on the top. 7d equals 38. We name this one B. Okay. So let's erase this one, and then we're going to say, okay, let's subtract. So when we subtract, we're going to say, okay, B minus A means that everything after the minus sign, you have to change the sign. So we are going to say minus A minus 2D minus 13. Change the sign for everything. We are literally distributing a negative sign into everything. And then we subtract. A minus A is nothing. We don't write anything there. Then 7 minus 2, that gives us positive 5D equals 38 minus 13. So 8 minus 3 is 5, and 3 minus 1 is 2. 5D equals 25. Now we want to get rid of this 5. So we are going to divide by 5 across, which means on the left hand side we have D is equal to 5 on the right hand side. right now we have accomplished the goal of solving for D. We know what D is, which is wonderful. Now we want to solve for A. Now to solve for A, you are going to substitute D into something. So we can say, okay, let's substitute D equals 5 into, and you can choose formula A or formula B. So I'm going to choose A, and I'm going to write A as, now I'm going to use this A, right? I'm going to use the one before the minus sign. A minus, not minus, plus. A plus 2D equals 13. Now I substitute A plus 2 times D, and we said D was 5 equals 13. So A plus 10 equals 13. And then we subtract, my color scheme is wrong, minus 10 on both sides. So A is equal to 13 minus 10, which is 3. What have we accomplished? We now know that A equals 3, D equals 5. And the question is, what is term 1? What is term 2? Oh, but term 1 is A. So that's term 1. So I can put my 3 in there. I'm happy with that. Now I need term 2. So remember, this is the question we are answering. So for term 2, I use the formula. And I'm going to say term 2, let's go back there. Term 2 is equal to A, which is 3, plus N, which is 2, minus 1, times D. And now D is 5, right? And if I solve that, I will get the answer that term 2 is equal to 3. That is 1. So that solves 1 times 5. So 3 plus 5. Term 2 equals 8. So back here on the top, my answer is 3, 8, 13. We use simultaneous equations because there are two unknowns, A and D. We subtract, because it's arithmetic, we subtract one formula from the other to solve for A. And we to get rid of A and solve for D. We substitute D into either the first or the second equation to get A. And then we use the A and D to answer the question actually asked.